welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Paris in Thailand, and today's video is a July update on my cost of living while living in Bangkok, Thailand. So these are going to be my expenses for July 6th to August 6th, and it's going to go like that every month that I do an update. Keep in mind, I want to say this up front, that I live in a moderate budget. If you're somebody that's looking for the cheapest, tightest budget, it's not here. It's not out of pocket, it's not crazy, it's much less than the lifestyle I lived in LA, but it is just not. Please don't leave comments about how I can do things cheaper because I don't care. Thanks. Okay, let's get right into it. So this month, because I've already revealed how much my rent costs, I'm gonna jump right into the big bills, the rents, the water, and the electricity, and we're gonna go over how much those were. So for our rent and bills, our June rent was $975. Now, let's make a note that this does vary from last month's rent. Last month's rent was around $950, $960. And when I pay rent tomorrow for this upcoming rent, it's gonna be about $1,004. The dollar is crumbling. So I know a lot of people like to tell you how affordable the rent in Thailand is. And obviously if you're paying $250, you're probably not gonna be that concerned about it jumping from $250 to $300. But if you're in those higher numbers, it might go up and it might, change the way you budget. But definitely want to leave room for your bills to fluctuate, because if you're spending dollars in Thailand, which I take out Thai baht, but what I'm saying is you have a USD bank account and your money is fluctuating, then it's very, very important to, leave space for that to grow or shrink. And definitely if the dollar ever is doing really well and you have money that you could take out, you definitely want to take money out of the ATM at that time, because it's super important to take money out when the dollar is doing good, because when it crashes, everything is more expensive. Stuff that was 100 Thai baht was 278 a couple weeks ago, and now it's about $2.89, closer to $3. And it might not seem like a big difference, but it is a big difference. So that was my June rent. And if you would like to see my apartments and the tour of my beautiful home, which I am actually in right now, you can watch my, I hope it's on the side, you can watch my apartment tour video. I'm just gonna point to both sides because y'all know I never get the sides right. I really need to write it on the back of my hand. So $975, and then we got electricity. So my electric, last month it wasn't a full month for me because I moved in on the 18th. So I paid the full electricity bill, but I debited some of that money from my rent. So when I gave the owner my rent, I let them know I paid the electricity bill. This is I did the math. I'm really good at math, and I'm like, 60% of the utility bill was mine, but 30% was yours. So I took that much off of my rent. But my utility bill last month, my part of it was closer to $30, but with the full bill, it was $48.22, and that is with the higher dollar. My bill was due on the 6th. And the dollar was crumbling by then. So yeah, my water bill was again 100 Thai baht, and that is, right now it's like $2.89, but when I paid it was $2.79. Okay, so now we're going to get into, let's do groceries. So as you guys know, for my groceries category, it includes 7-Eleven and the grocery store. The grocery store also includes cat food, housing things like counter spray, Windex, stuff like that. That is included in my groceries. It all comes from the grocery store, so I'm not going to take the time to subtract what's not a grocery item off of there. Anything in my grocery category is for the home. It's coming out of the grocery store, from towels, anything I was to buy from the grocery store. Okay, I went to Big C, which is the grocery store, twice. Mind you, I did go to Malaysia. We're going to get there, so I would have probably went 3 times, but I only went twice. And then I went to 7-Eleven 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times, for a total of $240.05. My 7-Eleven habit will be gone next month, so definitely check back in August. I completely expect my groceries for September to change a lot. Way less 7-Eleven, more grocery store, because I'm eating different. I just had to ease in and find food combinations to cook for me, because there are a lot of items that are not available in Thailand. And there are a lot of things that are Thai food that I'm not able to cook yet. Like, I really like chicken Penang. I did buy the curry paste, but I literally need to learn how to make it, you know. So when you're easing into living in a new country, your first couple of months, you will spend more as you're getting adjusted. A lot of people will give you tips, but honestly, I feel for me, like, trying different things out is how I find what's best for me. You can shout tips and what I should be doing down my throat, but I'm kind of gonna do what I'm gonna do because that's just how I am. Okay, so now groceries, as usual, for me does not include food. Food being hot food, orders, restaurants, that would be my food. I separate that. Groceries is just grocery items, household items. So for my food, and this is another habit that I will be kicking next month. So I feel like my groceries will be higher next month, but my food will be cheaper. I ordered Grab a lot. I went to the gourmet market in Emporium. I ordered Food Panda for the first time, tipped a couple times, and then M-Quarter, Food Court. So my total for food orders for July to August was $183.53. For the next category, we're gonna do another big one. We're gonna do transportation. So for transportation, I did get out a lot this month. I hope you guys have been enjoying my vlogs. I did my first month in Bangkok, which showed me doing so many different activities. I went so many different places. I did a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff wasn't that expensive, but it was super fun. I had a really good time for my second month living here, and I'm definitely going to love getting to know Bangkok and getting around Thailand and just traveling around Asia. I'm super excited for what's to come. But let's talk about transportation. So I did travel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I traveled 19 times with 3 tolls. And I took the train once, and I also took the Icon CM shuttle, which is the boat you take to the mall. Once again, you can see that in my vlog. The BTS was only about $1. The Icon CM shuttle boat was only like 23 cents. Like, it's super affordable. And you know, my highest costing ride was when I went to the wrong airport. I went to BKK instead of the other one, and I ended up having to pay $24 for an Uber to the other one, which was an hour and a half away. So $24 for an hour and a half is really not bad, especially from an airport. I wasn't mad at that. Outside of that expense, it would have been pretty low. My highest Grab was from the airport home, which was $9.39, and outside of the airport, my highest Grab was $8.62, which is from Icon CM, which is the furthest place that I have gone. On average, it's about $5, and for I took a lot of Grab bikes, so that's on the bike, and those were about $1 to $2. My total for transportation for the month of July to August was $174.68. Okay, moving on. I did do a new category this month. I didn't have this category last month because there was no shopping, but I did add shopping to my budget. I didn't have a set money value for it because I didn't plan on shopping, but I did add it to my category. So I went to Zara and I spent $16. I went to H&M, I spent $35. I went to Sephora, I spent $29. I went to Instamax, which is like the little Polaroid, and I spent $8.38. And then I went to Muji and I got some travel bottles for $2.41. Bringing my total for my shopping category to $91.87. I had a phone bill. I stopped paying my T-Mobile phone bill, and I just got a plan for Thailand. I got a True Move phone bill. I'm pretty sure I got the wrong plan, but it's been working out for me. I haven't ran out of data. And it's free Facebook, Instagram, and that's pretty much all I use. It's free Grab, free line. So I kind of feel like whatever I'm using it for, it'll work. And that phone bill is $6.35 a month, and I thought it was more, so I loaded a lot on there, so I probably paid my bill up for a little while. The next category we're gonna do is fun. Fun, I went a lot of places this month, and a lot of, like I said, a lot of stuff didn't cost money, but I went to the movies for $9. I got movie snacks. I included that in fun because that's kind of like what I did for fun, and that's not really like food to me. It was $6.96. Find the photo booth, the little interactive hidden bar, I spent $31. I got a massage, a 2-hour massage for $41. And all of this stuff is in my blog about my first month living in Bangkok, Thailand, and it has all the activities I did. Sticky mango rice, which I got at the mall, was $2.78, and then photo booth pics were also $2.78. And that total for fun came to $94.47. Everything else that I did for fun, pretty much the only costs associated with it were transportation, and we already went over that. For the next category, we're going to do extra bills. So obviously you guys need to make sure that you include the bills that you already have. So these are my bills that I already have that really have nothing to do with Thailand, but I still have to pay them, and you need to budget them in your expense, so I always include them. So my Apple storage, $9.99. Identity IQ, which is my credit, $26.99. CapCut was $7.99. TubeBuddy, $4.50. Apple Music, $10.99, and they're gonna snatch their money every time, so I definitely have to include them, and that was $60.46. Moving on, we have miscellaneous. So housekeeping tips was about $20, and security tip was about $3, bringing my total to $22.62. I solicit help from security to get the bugs out. It's not, y'all, it's not bugs often. This balcony will be open sometimes, and a flying roach will fly his ass right in here because I have on these lights. I'm recording, like, and it's just a little bit too enticing for them. And yeah, they have to come fix my balcony because this door doesn't stay closed and there's no lock on it, and they still have to come and fix it. So then we have pets. So for pet, like I said, Leo's cat food is included in my groceries. So I did buy him food at least twice last month. I think I buy him food like twice a month. His food doesn't cost much. I want to say it's like 179 Thai baht, which will be around $5. So it's not expensive at all. And then I did purchase him cat litter, which is on its own expense because I do order that from Grab. And for a 10 kilogram bag, it is $7.50. So about a 22-pound bag, it's about $7.50, which is really, really good. And it lasts for the whole month. So that's like probably going to be a monthly expense. I could probably see myself spending from anywhere from $10 to $25 when it comes to cat. So next, and this one is another one that you definitely want to make sure you factor in. Now there are other options with this international fee. I end up paying international fees because I still use my home cards. I haven't switched over yet, and I'm not using a Capital One or anything like that. I'm using Wells Fargo and Capital One, and they both have insane international fees. But I don't have a lot of international fees like I usually do because my Cash App card actually does not have international fees, so I have been using that. Once I caught on that I was not getting any extra charges, I started using it at 7-Eleven and stuff like that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 international fees and 3 ATM fees. And the total for that is $18.20. The ATM fees is every time I take out money. So when I took out my rent, I had to pay $5, and $3 to Cash App to take my money out. So $18.20 is what came out from international fees. It's a very small number, but it does add up when every month is $20. $20 times 12 months, that's $240 that you will never see and you never did nothing with. So it does add up, and you definitely should be more responsible and, you know, do those things the right way. Okay, so the last category that we have on our list today is travel. So this is going to be a big chunk for me because I did go to Malaysia, and I'm realizing, which is why it's so important to do your expenses, that I did spend a lot of money in Malaysia. It's not a lot, but it is kind of a lot because Malaysia is cheap. But I kind of do these things where I don't do cheap stuff like I just make stuff a little bit harder for myself. I stayed in my room. If you watch my Malaysia vlog, I stayed in my room for the first half, and I kind of ordered room service, which Malaysia is like a food country, so you really should be out and getting food. But I stayed in the bed, I ordered Grab, and it was some terrible food. I got room service. Like, it wasn't giving. It wasn't giving. So I was just kind of like wasting money. But it's okay. So my flight to Malaysia and insurance was $120. I stayed at the Jazz Hotel in Penang, and that was $101 for 2 nights, 3 days. Airport water was $251. All my airport expenses I'm including in travel. Penang airport to hotel. I included that for Malaysia because that was my grab inside of Malaysia. That was $5.79. Hotel to Penang Hill, that was a grab for $426. Penang Hill to Armenia Street, a grab, $676. A whole bunch of grabs, a whole bunch of food. So I had a food order that was $17.02. I had another room service was $22.65. I went to Penang Hill and did an activity that was $18. So this is some of my fun as well. The Loft Gurney. So I went out to eat for $21 there. I got a mango smoothie. I got a SIM card. There was hotel tax fees. So that's something you might run into when you're traveling. You put down your deposit, but then when they give you your deposit back, they give you back less because of tax, but it was only like $1. And then other spent cash was like $11. So total in Penang, and I did a couple things in Penang. And I paid for a window seat. I want to throw that out there, which was $3.99. Imagine only having to pay $3.99 for a window seat. And I'm saying to select the seat. I feel like some people on Facebook were very confused. So my total for my Malaysia trip was $388.44. So when I do my total that we're about to go over for everything, you don't plan on traveling, you can subtract this $388.44, and that would make the price $388 less, and it would be more realistic of a month in Thailand. This is going to be a month with traveling or with extra curricular activities, you know, just to get an idea, like if you're going to be a traveler, if you're going to do stuff, if you like to shop, this little extra category would give you like some leeway because it's an extra $400. Okay, so let's total everything out and talk about what we spent in July. So let's review. Okay, so for rent and house bills, we had a budget of $1,100 and we spent $1,026, leaving $74 left over. For groceries, we had a budget of $300 and we spent $240 of those dollars, with $59 left over. For our phone bill, we had a budget of $25 and we spent $6.35. For food, we had a budget of $200 and we spent a total of $185.53. For pet, we had a budget of $50 and we spent a total of $7 and Leonardo. For pet, we had a budget of $50 and we spent $7.50. For travel, we didn't have a budget and we spent $388.44. So of course we're in the red for that. For transportation, I had a budget of $100 and I spent $174.68. So we're in the red for that also, $74. For extra bills, I had a budget of $100 and I spent $60.46 with leftover $40. Miscellaneous, there was a budget of $50 and the actual spending was $22.62, meaning I have $27 left over. For international fees, I set aside $50 and I spent $18.20, $31.80 left over. For fun, there was a $100 budget. I spent $94.47, real close. And there was a leftover budget of $5.53. For shopping, we did not have a budget because it was not a category. I spent $91.80. My budget for July in Bangkok, Thailand was $2,075, but the amount that I actually spent was $2,316. So we're only over $241. I think this setup is a really good setup. Like, this includes traveling. I think $2,500 a month with traveling. Honestly, more closer to $3,000 maybe 3,500 because I kind of want to travel a little bit more would be like a little bit more realistic for me as I get back right. You know, the first 2 months when I live somewhere, I really have to do the bare minimum. So this month I kind of tried to draw back and not do as much, although I did a lot of activities and I traveled, so not technically do as much. But this upcoming month, I think we'll see that I spent way less because I haven't been doing as much this month. I haven't been eating out. I can't tell you the last time I ordered food. I haven't been to 7-Eleven in days. Well, in my last vlog, I just went to 7-Eleven, but I kind of went for like sleeping gummies. Leo, if you don't get your ass down, get your ass down. Yeah, I just think that my budget is gonna like fluctuate a lot, so these updates will be really good just to show you the different kinds of months that you can have living in Bangkok, Thailand. Like I said, my budget is for me. If you don't like it, keep it to yourself. If you want to share in the comments, that's fine, but nobody cares. I don't, at least. This is my budget. This is my money. And yeah, I want my budget to get higher and higher. I don't want it to get lower. I don't think I am overspending. I think this is bare minimum for me, and that I'll add way more into the mix. But I will be drawing back on things like eating out and stuff like that. But I might be adding more restaurants and stuff. But I am a travel content creator, so keep in mind that I do have to go out and do stuff. So that is why my budget is the way that it is. I will get a lot of free stuff and free things that aren't on here. So a lot of things that I did were free or were invites. Like I have club invites and restaurant invites. So those things won't be included because they're going to be free. But like I said, the thing will fluctuate. The travel helps you see that $400 fluff. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a better understanding of how much it might cost to live in Bangkok, Thailand. I am Paris Williams. I have been living in Bangkok for 2 months now, going on 3. I love it here, and I've posted a bunch of videos to a playlist called Paris in Thailand, where I discuss different things in Bangkok, and I post vlogs about my life here in Bangkok. And I'm updating you guys as I go and teaching you guys as I learn different things and helping you learn from my mistakes, showing you different things to do and more. So be sure to check out my Paris in Thailand playlist that has everything Paris in Thailand, what I do on a daily basis, vlogs, activities, how much it cost me to move here, my Thailand apartment tour, how I found an apartment. I answer all of these questions throughout different videos in my playlist. So be sure to check those videos, and if you cannot find the answer, drop a comment below and I will make a video dedicated to the topic. So if you love this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my playlist, Paris in Thailand, whichever side it's on. And see you guys in the next video. Bye.